The dream is yours. It was planted in the deep soil of your heart before you knew how to call it by name. It whispered to you in quiet moments, lit a fire in your belly when the world told you to settle. It is not a mistake, not a fleeting fantasy. It belongs to you. But the world will not lay it at your feet. No, the world will test you, break you, shake you, and ask if you still want it. The dream is yours, but the fight is too. Now, go get it. There is a moment in every life when the air stills, the noise fades, and the heart speaks. It does not use words the way the tongue does. No, it uses fire, a restless, unrelenting heat that whispers, there is something more. You have felt it, haven't you? That ache in your chest, that longing behind your ribs that refuses to quiet down. It has followed you through the years, through the nights you convinced yourself to be content with less. It has sat beside you as you scrolled past the lives of others, as you told yourself, maybe I am not meant for more. But the dream does not believe in maybe. It is yours, waiting, watching, whispering, come and claim me. They buried their dreams under the weight of practicality, under the comfort of routine, under the fear of failing. They traded the fire for a flicker, the hunger for a whisper, and now they spend their days watching others climb the very mountains they were meant to conquer. But that is not your story. That cannot be your story. The dream is yours, and it has never stopped calling your name. It will not settle for your excuses, will not accept your half-hearted attempts, will not let you shrink into the shadows of a life you never wanted. It demands your courage, your resilience, your unshakable will to rise. It demands that you stand up even when your legs tremble, that you move forward even when the way is unclear. It demands that you believe not in what the world says is possible, but in what you know to be true deep within your spirit. Do not look to others to hand you permission to rise. The world will not always applaud your dreams. There will be those who laugh, who scoff, who tell you that you are reaching too high, wanting too much. Some will do it out of their own fear, out of the bitterness of their own abandoned dreams. Others will do it because they cannot see what was never meant for them. But hear me now. What they see does not matter. They did not wake up with your dream pressed against their soul. They did not feel the way it stirred inside you, the way it called you forward when nothing else made sense. It is not for them to understand. It is for you to honor. There will be nights when doubt sneaks into your room like an unwelcome visitor, whispering all the reasons you should stop, all the reasons you are not enough. It will remind you of your failures, replay every time you have stumbled, every moment you have fallen short. But do not let doubt write your story. Doubt is a thief, a liar, a voice that only carries weight if you allow it to. Answer it not with surrender, but with action. Every step you take in pursuit of your dream is a strike against the doubt that seeks to keep you small. The road ahead will not be easy. No great dream ever comes without a price. There will be sweat. There will be sacrifice. There will be days when your spirit feels worn thin. You will be tested, stretched beyond what you thought you could bear. But hear me, this is not the breaking of you, it is the making of you. The fire is not meant to destroy, it is meant to refine. It is shaping you into the person your dream requires. It is strengthening your resolve, sharpening your vision, teaching you the power of perseverance. When the road gets hard, do not turn back, do not shrink, do not give in to the lie that says you are not enough. Stand taller, push harder, keep going. You have been given a dream, but the dream will not chase you. It will not drag you out of bed, will not force you to take the first step. It is waiting for you to rise, to declare that you are ready, that you are willing to do what it takes. It is waiting for you to walk through the doors fear told you were locked, to climb the hills that look too steep. It is waiting for you to fight, to push, to claim what has always been yours. And so I ask you, how much do you want it? How deep is your hunger? Are you willing to endure the long nights, the setbacks, the moments of loneliness? Are you willing to fight for it? To push past the fear, past the exhaustion, past the voices that say it cannot be done? Because the truth is, no one can do this for you. No one can carry the weight of your dreams on their back. No one can wake up every morning with a fire in their chest that is meant for you alone. You must be the one to rise. You must be the one to go after it, to claim it, to refuse to settle for anything less than what you were born to do. You were not put on this earth to live a life of quiet regret. You were not made to watch from the sidelines as others step into their greatness. You were made to chase, to strive, to reach. You were made to fight for the dream that was placed inside of you before the world tried to convince you it was too big. Do not let it slip away. Do not let fear win. The dream is yours. Now go get it. The dream is yours, but that alone will not be enough. It will never be enough to simply want it, to admire it from a distance, to whisper about it in the quiet of your heart. It is not enough to sit and hope, to wait for the stars to align, for the road to smooth itself out before you begin. Life does not work that way. The dream does not bend itself to meet you where you are. It demands that you rise to meet it. It demands that you step forward even when you are unsure. Even when the ground beneath your feet feels unsteady, it will not wait for you to be ready, for readiness is an illusion that has robbed too many of their destiny. You will never feel fully prepared. You will never have every answer, every resource, every assurance that the road will be free of obstacles, but you must begin anyway. There are those who have spent their lives waiting, telling themselves that when the time is right, when they have more money, when they have more confidence, when they have more knowledge, then they will move. But time does not wait for them. Life moves forward, days slipping through their fingers like sand, and before they know it, they are left with nothing but the echoes of what could have been. Do not let that be your story. Do not let hesitation steal what is meant for you. The dream is calling, but it will not chase you. It will only meet you on the road, in the struggle, in the moments when you push past fear and move in faith. And make no mistake, fear will come. It will show up in the dead of night, in the moments of stillness when doubt has the space to grow. It will disguise itself as logic, as practicality, as reason. It will remind you of every failure, every rejection, every time you tried and fell short. It will whisper that you are not enough, that the dream is too big, that you should settle for what is safe, what is comfortable, what is easy. But fear is a liar. It does not tell the truth. It only tells the most painful version of the story, the version designed to keep you small. Do not listen. Do not let fear be the author of your life. A dreamer must learn to walk with fear, to acknowledge its presence, but refuse to be ruled by it. The goal is not to be fearless. The goal is to move forward even when fear grips your throat and doubt shakes your knees. There will be days when you want to give up, when the path seems too long, the weight too heavy, the struggle too relentless. There will be moments when you question everything, when you wonder if the dream is even worth it. And in those moments, you must remember why you began. You must reach back to the fire that first ignited in your spirit, to the vision that once kept you up at night. You must remind yourself that you were not given this dream by accident, that it was placed within you for a reason, that it is tied to something greater than you can see. The journey will test you. It will break you open, strip you of your illusions, force you to confront every weakness, every insecurity, every hidden doubt you thought you had buried. It will not be gentle. It will not coddle you, but it will shape you. It will forge you into something stronger, something greater, something unshakable. Every setback, every failure, every moment of despair is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to refine you. The struggle is necessary. It is the fire that will burn away the parts of you that cannot carry the weight of your dream. It is the chisel that will carve you into the person who is strong enough, bold enough, relentless enough to claim what is yours. Do not envy those who have already reached their mountaintop. You do not know the price they paid, the nights they cried, the battles they fought in silence. You do not see the moments when they almost gave up, when they questioned if they would ever make it. Every dreamer has faced the fire. Every great achiever has walked through the valley of doubt, of failure, of struggle. What separates those who succeed from those who do not is not talent, not luck, not privilege. It is the refusal to quit. It is the decision made again and again to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep believing, even when everything around them says they should stop. You will be misunderstood. Not everyone will support you. Not everyone will see what you see, believe in what you believe. Some will tell you that you are dreaming too big, that you should be realistic, that you should lower your expectations. Do not listen. They are speaking from their own fears, their own limitations, their own unfulfilled dreams. They do not know what is inside you, what is calling you forward. Do not let their doubts become your own. Stand firm in your vision. Protect it. Nurture it. Do not hand over the pen of your life to those who do not understand the story you are meant to write. You will lose people along the way. Not everyone is meant to walk with you to the top. Some will leave because they cannot understand your hunger, your fire, your relentless pursuit of something more. Some will leave because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. Let them go. Do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Do not dim your light so that others do not feel overshadowed. Those who are meant to be part of your journey will rise with you. They will cheer for you, challenge you, push you forward when you feel like stopping. Find those people, hold on to them, but do not waste your energy trying to drag those along who are unwilling to move. Your dream is not just for you. It is bigger than you. It is tied to the lives you will touch, the people you will inspire, the impact you will leave long after you are gone. When you chase your dream, when you refuse to settle, when you rise above every obstacle, you do not just change your own life, you give others permission to do the same. You become a light in a world that so often tries to dim the fire in people's hearts. You show others that it is possible, that it is worth it, that they too can reach for more. So do not waste time. Do not let another day slip by without moving toward what is yours. Do not let fear rob you of another moment, another opportunity, another chance to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. It will not always be easy. It will not always be clear, but keep moving, keep fighting, keep believing, because one day you will wake up and realize that you are living the life you once only dreamed about. One day you will stand at the top of the mountain you once feared to climb. One day you will look back at the struggles, the nights of doubt, the moments of near defeat, and you will know that every step was worth it. One day you will see that the dream was never just a fantasy. It was always a promise. It was always yours. And because you refused to give up, because you refused to settle, because you fought, because you rose, because you believed, it is now your reality. The road ahead is long, and it will not always be kind. It will demand more from you than you think you can give. It will ask you to rise when you are tired, to press forward when everything in you begs to stop. It will strip away every excuse, every hesitation, every ounce of doubt that you have carried for too long. And that is a gift, because the moment you step into your dream fully and without reservation, you will know that you did not arrive there by luck, by accident, or by the handouts of others. You will know that you earned it, that you fought for it, that you bled for it, that you refused to let anything take it from you. There is a power in that kind of victory. There is a fire that burns in those who have walked through the storm and come out on the other side. That fire does not just warm you, it lights the path for those who come after you. You are not meant to remain in the place where you started. Growth is your birthright. Expansion is your calling. The seed of greatness was placed in you long before you took your first breath, and every step you take is an unfolding of that promise. But a seed that is never planted will never become a tree. A seed that is placed in shallow soil will never develop deep roots. A seed that is abandoned at the first sign of struggle will never bear fruit. You are that seed, and life will not hand you easy soil. You must break through the ground. You must push through the dirt, through the darkness, through the weight of everything that tries to bury you. You must stretch toward the light, even when it seems distant, even when it seems impossible. There will be moments when you question if the fight is worth it. There will be days when you wonder if you are foolish for believing in something the world tells you is too big, too impossible, too far beyond your reach. And on those days, you must remind yourself that every great thing ever accomplished was once called impossible. Every breakthrough, every revolution, every transformation began with someone who refused to accept that things must remain as they are. The ones who changed the world were not the ones who played it safe. They were the ones who dared to dream when no one else believed. They were the ones who refused to listen when the world told them to sit down, to be quiet, to stay in their place. They were the ones who fought through the doubt, through the failure, through the fear, and pressed on anyway. There is a cost to every dream, and you must be willing to pay it. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you familiarity. It will cost you the approval of those who do not understand your vision. It will cost you the ease of staying where you are. But the price of regret is far greater. The price of looking back at your life and knowing that you had the chance, that you had the talent, that you had the opportunity, but let it slip away, that is a price too heavy to bear. Do not let that be your story. Do not let the fear of struggle rob you of the joy of fulfillment. You are capable of more than you know. You are stronger than you realize. There is more inside of you than what the world has seen. And the only way to reveal it is to step forward, to push, to climb, to fight with everything you have. You will be tempted to compare your journey to those around you. You will see others who seem to be moving faster, achieving more, reaching milestones that feel so far away from you. But comparison is a thief. It will rob you of your joy, your gratitude, your ability to see just how far you have come. Your journey is your own. Your timing is your own. What is meant for you cannot be taken by anyone else. And so you must keep your eyes forward, focused on your path, focused on the steps you need to take. Celebrate the progress of others, but never let it make you doubt your own. Patience will be your greatest ally. Some dreams take years to unfold. Some require seasons of quiet preparation, of unseen labor, of work that feels fruitless. But just because you do not see immediate results does not mean that nothing is happening. A tree does not bear fruit the moment it is planted. The roots must grow deep. The foundation must be strong. The process cannot be rushed. Trust in the timing of your life. Trust that every effort, every sacrifice, every moment of struggle is building something greater than you can yet see. Keep showing up. Keep planting, keep watering, keep believing. Discipline will separate you from the dreamers who never move beyond wishing. Passion will ignite the fire, but discipline will keep it burning. Motivation will fade, inspiration will come and go. There will be days when you do not feel like putting in the work, when everything in you wants to rest, to delay, to say, I'll start tomorrow. And those are the days when you must push the hardest. because success does not come to those who work only when they feel like it. It comes to those who are relentless, to those who do the work even when the excitement has worn off, even when the results are not yet visible, even when no one is watching. Resilience will be your shield. There will be rejection. There will be failure. There will be moments when it seems like everything you have built is crumbling. And in those moments, you will have a choice to let it break you or to let it make you stronger. Failure is not the enemy. Quitting is. Every setback is a lesson. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow, to adjust, to come back wiser, sharper, more prepared. Do not fear failure. Fear the regret of never trying. Fear the pain of knowing you gave up too soon. Fear the weight of wondering what could have been. But never fear the fall itself, because as long as you are willing to rise, you are never truly defeated. And above all, you must hold on to your vision with unshakable faith. The world will try to make you doubt. It will present obstacles, distractions, reasons to turn back. But faith is the force that will carry you through the storm. It is the belief that even when you cannot see the way, even when the road is unclear, even when it feels impossible, you are still moving towards something greater. Faith will remind you that you are not alone, that there is a purpose to the journey, that there is a reason you were given this dream in the first place. So rise, step forward, move with boldness, with conviction, with the unrelenting belief that what is meant for you is already waiting. The dream is not some distant fantasy. It is real. It is possible. It is within your grasp, but you must be the one to take hold of it. No one can walk this path for you. No one can fight this fight in your place. It is yours and yours alone. So what will you do? Will you let fear win? Will you let doubt steal what is yours? Or will you rise? Will you push? Will you claim the life that has been waiting for you all along? Because the truth is, there is no force strong enough to stop you except the limits you place upon yourself. There is no obstacle great enough to keep you from what is yours unless you allow it to. The dream is yours. Now, go get it. The dream is calling, but it will not wait forever. It is not patient like the sun that rises and sets without demand. It is not still like the mountains that rest unmoved by the wind. The dream is a living thing, breathing, pulsing, waiting to be embraced. But if you do not answer, if you do not reach out and claim it, it will not linger in hesitation. It will find someone else, someone bold enough, someone willing enough, someone who is not afraid to say, "This is mine." Do not stand idly by while the life you were meant to live slips through your fingers like water. Do not let your days be filled with longing when they could be filled with purpose. You must go after it with everything you have, with a hunger that does not wane, with a fire that does not die, with a spirit that refuses to be tamed. There will be those who tell you that the dream is too far beyond your reach. They will look at you with eyes of doubt, with words wrapped in false wisdom, with voices lined with warnings of failure. Be practical, they will say. Be realistic. They will tell you that security is more valuable than fulfillment, that safety is more desirable than passion, that it is better to settle for a life that is stable than to risk it all for a life that is extraordinary. And in those moments, you must decide, will you listen to the fears of others or will you listen to the fire within you? Because they do not know what is inside you. They do not know the battles you have fought, the sleepless nights, the silent prayers, the visions that haunt your waking moments, refusing to let you rest. They do not know the calling that pulls at your soul, the whisper that tells you that you were meant for more, that you were born to create, to build, to rise. Do not let them dictate your path. Do not let their fears become your prison. The dream is not for the weak-hearted. It is not for those who shrink at the first sign of resistance, who run at the first whisper of struggle. It will test you. It will demand sacrifice. There will be days when you are tired beyond words, when you have given everything and it still feels like you are standing in the same place. There will be nights when you wonder if it is worth it, when the weight of the journey feels too heavy, when you long for the ease of an ordinary life. And in those moments, you must remember why you started. You must reach deep within yourself and find the strength to continue, to push forward even when every muscle aches, even when every thought begs you to stop, because the dream is not won by the swift, nor is it given to the lucky. It is claimed by those who refuse to surrender. You will make mistakes, you will stumble, you will fall so hard that the ground beneath you will feel like home. But failure is not the enemy. The enemy is stagnation. The enemy is comfort. The enemy is the lie that tells you that you are not enough, that you should stop trying, that you should let the dream die before it breaks you. But hear me when I say this. If the dream is in you, then you are already equipped to bring it to life. If the vision has been placed in your heart, then you have already been given everything you need to make it real. The only thing left to do is act. Do not waste time waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. There is only this day, this hour, this breath, this opportunity. There is only the choice to move forward or to stay still. And the cost of standing still is greater than the cost of trying and failing. Because even in failure, there is growth. Even in struggle, there is wisdom. Even in the hardest moments, there is something being built within you, something unshakable, something fierce, something that cannot be destroyed by a single loss. The ones who reach the mountaintop are not the ones who never fell. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. The world does not owe you your dream. It will not hand it to you wrapped in golden paper, tied with a ribbon of ease. You must take it. You must fight for it. You must be willing to go after it with a hunger so great that nothing can stop you. And when doors close, you must find a window. And when the window is locked, you must break through the walls. And when the walls seem impenetrable, you must dig beneath them, climb over them, push through them until there is no barrier left standing between you and what is yours. Because there will always be obstacles. There will always be reasons to stop, reasons to give up, reasons to turn back. But there will also always be a way forward. And that way is found by those who refuse to accept defeat. You were not made to live a small life. You were not made to sit in the shadows while others take the stage. You were not made to watch from the sidelines while others seize their destiny. You were made to rise. You were made to stand tall, to take up space, to claim the life that has been calling to you since the day you first dared to dream. You were made to be bold, to be relentless, to be unstoppable, and the only thing standing between you and the life you were meant to live is the decision to begin. So begin. Begin even if you are afraid. Begin even if you do not have all the answers. Begin even if the path ahead is unclear. Begin because the longer you wait, the further away the dream will seem. Begin because every step forward is a step closer to the life that is waiting for you. Begin because the greatest tragedy is not failure, it is never trying at all. And one day you will look back at the struggle, at the nights of doubt, at the moments when you almost gave up, and you will see that every step was worth it. You will see that the pain was not in vain, that the effort was not wasted, that the fight was never for nothing. You will see that you have become the person you were always meant to be, not because the journey was easy, but because you refused to stop walking. And in that moment, you will know with certainty that the dream was always yours, and you will be grateful that you had the courage to go get it. The dream is a whisper at first, soft and fleeting, like the wind that moves through the trees at night. It calls to you in moments of stillness, in the quiet spaces between responsibilities, in the pause between one breath and the next, It does not shout. It does not demand, but it waits, patient and persistent, pressing against your heart until you can no longer ignore it. And when you finally decide to listen, when you allow yourself to believe that it is not just a fantasy, but a possibility, the dream begins to grow. It takes root in your soul. It wraps itself around your every thought, every hope, every unspoken longing. It becomes a fire that refuses to be extinguished, a force that will not be denied. But with that fire comes responsibility, because a dream that is not pursued will become a burden. It will weigh on you in ways you do not expect. It will whisper in your moments of doubt, reminding you of what could have been. It will follow you into the years ahead, lingering in the corners of your mind, waiting for the day when you finally decide to reach for it. Do not wait too long. Do not let the fear of failure keep you from taking the first step. Because failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Every day that you hesitate is a day that you could have spent building, growing, moving forward. Every moment that you spend doubting yourself is a moment that you could have used to become stronger, wiser, more prepared. Time will pass whether you chase your dream or not. The only question is whether, when the years have gone by, you will look back with pride or with regret. You will not always feel ready. The path will not always be clear. There will be days when you wonder if you have made a mistake, when you question whether the dream is truly meant for you, and in those moments, you must hold on to your vision with everything you have. You must remind yourself why you started, why you cannot afford to turn back now. You must silence the voices that tell you to quit, to settle, to accept a life that is smaller than the one you were meant to live, because the world is full of people who gave up too soon. It is full of those who had talent, who had passion, who had everything they needed to succeed except the courage to keep going. Do not let that be your story. Do not let fear write the ending to a life that was meant to be bold, brilliant, and full of purpose. There will be moments when you feel alone. The road to your dream is not crowded. It is not filled with cheering supporters at every turn. There will be seasons when it feels like you are walking this path in solitude, when no one else understands, when even those closest to you question your choices. But solitude is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is a sign that you are on a path few are willing to take. And in that quiet, in that stillness, you will discover a strength you did not know you had. You will learn to trust yourself, to rely on your own wisdom, to find comfort in your own determination. And as you continue, as you press forward despite the doubts, you will find others, those who are walking their own path, those who understand the fire that burns in you because it burns in them too. And together you will rise. The journey will change you. It will strip away the parts of you that are too small to carry the weight of your dream. It will demand growth, expansion, transformation. You will not be the same person who started this journey, and that is a good thing, because the version of you that exists today is not yet ready for the life you are building. But every step you take, every challenge you face, every lesson you learn will shape you into the person who is. Do not resist that process. Do not fight the discomfort of growth. Lean into it, embrace it. Let it mold you into something greater, something stronger, something unbreakable. There will be sacrifices. To say yes to your dream, you will have to say no to other things. No to distractions, no to excuses, no to the easy path that leads nowhere. You will have to let go of habits that no longer serve you, of relationships that hold you back, of environments that stifle your potential. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone will support you. And that is okay, because this journey is not for them, it is for you. And when you finally arrive, when you step fully into the life that was meant for you, the ones who truly belong in your story will be there cheering you on. There is no secret formula for success, no shortcut, no magic answer, no guarantee. There is only the work, the effort, the discipline, the choice to keep going, even when it is hard, even when it is slow, even when the results are not immediate, the choice to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, the choice to rise again and again, no matter how many times you have fallen. And if you make that choice every day without fail, there is nothing that can stop you. There is no obstacle too great, no challenge too difficult, no dream too big, because the only limits that exist are the ones you choose to accept. So refuse to accept them. Refuse to be anything less than extraordinary. Refuse to settle for a life that is anything less than the one you were born to live, because the dream is still calling, the fire is still burning, and the time is now. The dream has always been yours, waiting, calling, urging you to rise. It does not belong to the fearful, to the hesitant, to the ones who wait for permission to chase what is already written within them. It belongs to the bold, the relentless, the ones who dare to believe that they are worthy of more. The path will not be easy, but it will be worth it. The struggles will test you, but they will also shape you. Every step forward is proof that you are becoming the person who can hold the weight of your vision. Do not let fear steal what is rightfully yours. Do not let doubt silence the fire inside you. Move forward with conviction, with faith, with the unshakable belief that what is meant for you will not pass you by, if only you have the courage to go and claim it.